Hey, Chuck. How you doing, buddy? And Don, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be, Don. Welcome to Kings Club Baccarat Professionally Played. Boy, oh boy, we have had quite a ride these last 10 days, and a lot of things have come to light that I want to share with you guys tonight as far as how everything's going and the road that we have ahead of us. Hey, HR Green Shark. So I'll wait for some folks to get in here before I start saying things so that don't have to repeat. But just have a couple of main points that I need to make tonight to show you where we're going from whatever we have been to wherever we are going. Maybe I'll have four to talk to. Four is better than none. Hey, George Loyola. I don't know if I was beat up or beat down yesterday, but I had put in so much work because I knew that I was on the edge of something. I've actually known I was on the edge of something for these last 10 days that I've been playing for the Kingdom, and I just couldn't quite get pushed over the top. And last night, after the next 1,000 simulations, I got there, and today I went and I played 3 sessions at South Point, and I played for myself. Hey, Trish Graves. I'll play for myself every now and then so I can make my own daily cost of money, because I took a setback that the house sale fell through back in Indiana, and then we had the debacle out here, and then my personal finances got hit with, I wasn't expecting to pay the May property taxes, so now since the house fell through, I had to pay that. But these are all just things that happen in life, no big deal. So if I didn't say hey Trish, I'm saying hey Trish now. And Ted Rogers, hey buddy. So we've got 16 in here, and it's probably the 16 that matter the most, but I will be covering this with all of you. We got 21 now. Hey guys. Okay, so we're about to move into the next phase, and the reason we're going to move into the next phase of the things with Kings Club, and I'm going to tell you what the next phase is. The reason we're going to move into the next phase of Kings Club is because I now have 10 straight days of profitable play for the Kingdom and for myself. Hey, William Latta. And 10 days ago, what I was doing was not as good as today. 9 days ago, what I was doing is not as good as today. 5 days ago, and even yesterday, was not as good as what I'm doing right now. I had 3 different sessions today, just trying to make my own cost of living money at South Point, and I had a target of $100 each time. And what I proved today was, even playing as low as $10 units up to down 1. As simple as that, starting at 30 bucks. Or if I started at 50 bucks and played 6 units of $5 up 30 and down 25, 5 units of $5, manageable money, not a big deal. I made $100 in 3 straight sessions. And the very first session was very easy. It was 6 hands. The second session was smooth. It was about 11 hands. And the last session, well, I caught some rough hands, because you still do have to win the hands. But some things went wrong in that third session, as they can do, and I ended up having to play 24 hands to win the $100. But the point was, hey, Corey Jensen, the point was, it was still won. And it can win easy, it can win medium, and it can win hard, but I am absolutely certain of this is winning baccarat that I'm doing right now. And so what I'm going to say is this: I'm not going to show anymore, because there are people that can see this that aren't part of the Kingdom. And so I'm going to ask everybody in the Kingdom to do 2 things for me. And I'll probably have to say it over and over again, because we only have 14 people here right now. But I'm going to ask you, send me an email. Well, let me say this first, because going forward from here, I'm going to continue to play for the Kingdom. I'm not going to come on every night. I will come on periodically with a financial, kind of like a financial report. And I'm not going to do any more demonstrations because there are no demonstrations necessary. But one of the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to through the Instagram or through my play as people are watching me, I'm going to offer them the refined algorithm that I have right now for a price, and I'm still trying to settle on that price. But I'm going to offer it for a price, and I'm going to sell it to whomever wants to stop losing at baccarat. For all of you guys, I'm going to give it to every one of you over an email so that I don't put it out over the YouTube. Hey, Larry Gessler. So what I'm going to ask you to do is two things. I want each one of you to send me an email that tells me where you want your dividend sent and how, because it's going to be difficult to keep zelling as we get higher numbers. But choose the methodology that you would like me to pay you. Uh, Check, cash, or if it has to be Zelle, tell me, and we'll figure it out. But I'm going to be sending money to you every month, and the second thing is, tell me in the email if you plan on playing baccarat for professionally or as a side hustle, and that you want this algorithm refinement that is, it's as bulletproof as anything I've ever seen. Nothing is absolutely Superman bulletproof, but this is as bulletproof as anything I've ever seen. And it's also one that you don't have to put up so much money. You don't have to take so much risk. You still do have to have a reasonable bankroll, but you can play it. So I want you to send me how you want your monthly payments going forward, and I want you to tell me if you're going to play professionally or you're going to play occasionally, and you want to know how to play, and give me whether you're going to play low stakes, medium stakes, or high stakes, because I'm going to tailor it for the person that tells me how they want to play. And I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to sell it to other people. I'm yet to find out how much I should ask for this intellectual property, but I'm absolutely certain of it. We've won for 10 straight days, and what I'm doing today is even stronger than what we were doing 10 days ago. And I'm going to keep playing because I want to keep sending money to you guys. There'll be a date out there somewhere that we'll arrive at, but I want you getting money every month, this month, next month after, and I want you to keep getting money until you've gotten enough money back to where you've recovered where you were. And I'm going to continue to play for myself and play for you, and I'm going to keep revenue coming to you. So if you would please put together an email to me that just says, this is who you are and how many shares you have and how you want your method paid, and whether you're going to be playing low stakes, middle stakes, or high stakes. And I'm going to give you this refined algorithm, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip of the pull back the curtain just a little bit, because with this algorithm, I can look at a big road and tell whether you would win or lose. I can just look at it. I can walk past the table. And one of the things I do now when I'm choosing which table I play on, I'm looking for a table that's more ripe. Because the one differentiating thing you can see in all games is this. I'll show you right here. This is what's differentiating each game. Look for the big road that has 4 or more. Like in this case, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, because that's a 5, but they don't matter how. It's just 4 or more. It can be 15 in a row because you're not going to be playing then anyway. This is a low risk game that continues to make money until you get to where you want to go. And guys like Chuck that are about to go to Shelbyville, you're going to want to know this. So if I'm looking at this, I can tell you this. I can tell you that that's 2 losses, and I can tell you that this is a win. And I can tell you that the couplets are wins, the triplets are wins. Anything else, quads, quintuplets, sextuplets, they're all losses of 2. So if I said here, I'm up 1-0, now 1-2, 1 win, 2 losses, 2 wins, 2 losses, 3 wins, 2 losses, 4 wins, 2 losses, 5 wins, 2 losses, 5 wins, 3 losses, 6 wins, 3 losses, 7 wins, 3 losses, 8 wins, 3 losses, 9 wins, 3 losses, 10 wins, 3 losses, 11 wins, 3 losses, 12, 13 wins, 5 losses, 14 wins, 15 wins. And this is just a random one, but you can look at any big road and try to get into your game. I'll give you the tips for it. Try to get into your game after there's been a 4 or a 5 consecutive hit, because any couplets and triplets you're going to win. And couplets and triplets are where the money is. You know how I know it? Because I did I played 3 sessions a day and I did 9 shoes, and I wrote them down. And so if you look at what I'm showing you here, okay, this is the couplets, the 2s, the 3s, both of those are wins, and equal to or greater than 4s in the shoe. So in this first shoe, there are 14 wins and there are 10 losses. Now that's as tough a shoe as you're going to get, 14 and 10. Now you get here 17 and 4 is 21 and 1. That's a 21 and 1. That's a whitewash. You just stacked chips the entire time. And then you have a 12 and a 6, a 13 and an 8, and there you got the one losing one. I did look at this too, because this is a 7, 5, 12. It's not a loser. It says 12 and 4, so actually it's 12 wins and 8 losses. So it's all you got to do is win 40% because of the way D'Alembert is. If you win 40% of your bets, you're going to be in profit. So, but these like this, 14 and 6, that's 20 over 3. That's 13 over 6, that's 17 over 4, and that's 15 over 3. And this is the way the game's played, and this is the secret that I have found. I have found where the money is. So now I'm going to show you where the money is when you send me the email. Use Trish Graves, for instance. Trish Graves, address, amount of shares, how you want to get paid, and I'm going to continue paying until you've gotten money back. And I'm going to keep playing because there's nothing stopping me unless I die, and that's possible. But I'm going to keep playing. And for guys like Chuck that are going to be going to the casino soon, I'm going to want to make sure it's shared with Chuck. Chuck, you can tell me whether you want to play low, medium, or high stakes. It doesn't matter to me. I know you and I err more on the conservative side, but you're going to win either way. It doesn't matter. You're going to win. And so, okay, so here's what I call what do you call low or medium stakes? Like Shelbyville doesn't have a $10 table, and so you really can't play low stakes. And Shelbyville does have a $25 table, but they play that darn sneaky 7 pushes on the banker hand. And I've worked on not playing the banker hands, but it gets in the way of the game. You want to be able to go either way on it. And so what I would say is this: if you go to the $100 table, but you also need more people playing there, because you're not playing every hand. You're probably going to play 25% of the hands, and so you need more people at your table. So a $50 table or a $100 table. But the thing is, even though you're at a $100 table or a $50 table, you don't have to be high stakes. Like you could be at a $100 table and you could start with $150 as your first bet, and you're going to go up 4 units of 10 or down 3 units of 10. So you're going to go 150, 190, 230. You're not going up to thousands. And you're going to come back down $30 after every win. So you could go 150 win, 120 win, go to 100, and after a loss you go to 140. And anytime you get to where you're targeting, and keep notes so that you know exactly how much money you have in front of you, you know exactly your status. I always put X's on losses and the amount of units that I lost, and I put check marks on wins and the amount of units I won, so that I can see my goal is X amount of units times however much. You can play $5 units, $10 units. You can play units for whatever you want. I did also do up 2 and down 1 today, just as playing to see. I started with a $50 bet. I went up $20, 2 units of 10. I went down 1 unit of 10. And the difference is it's a little bit more of a grind because you kind of narrow on your $20 and 10. You'd really like to be more like up 40, down 30, or even up 50, down 40. But you can start wherever you want and then use the units that you want to use. You don't have to start low and use higher units, and you don't have to be afraid of the higher limit table, because you're not going to go up with the increments of the limit on the table. You're going to go up to the increments of the level you decided. And so you can play the $100 table. You can start with $150, and you can use 3 units in two. You can use up 30, down 20 if you want. And so now you're at $150. If you lose, you go to 180. If you lose, you go to 210. If you lose, you go to 240. And you aren't going to just keep losing. And so you're going to bob up and down, and until you reach the goal that you're set for yourself. And so, hey Kevin, hey Mark, JP, welcome. So guys, what I'm telling you is, I'm gonna start. Well, I'm not going to show anymore because this refinement is too strong. I'm just not going to give it to anybody. But I've given you guys some information as to where it's going. I want you to send me an email. Tells me how you want your payment made each month, where to, and whether you're going to play low stakes, medium stakes, or high stakes. And I'm going to tailor this latest refinement that is so powerful. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to improve on it. I've won 10 straight days with it, and as I said at the beginning, 10 days ago, it was a lot less powerful than it is now. And so, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give this algorithm refinement to you, and I'm going to charge others for it. And I'm going to, all the money that I make is going to go to King's Club, and I'm going to gradually be paying money back to you guys through these dividends that are going to be paid monthly, and through any sales that I get, or if we end up making money off of Instagram. If that actually comes to fruition, and we make money off of Instagram, I'm going to channel it all in, and at some point in the future, you're going to be satisfied that you've gotten enough money back, and I'm going to be satisfied that I upheld my end to you, and we'll go on from there. In your email, you can ask me any questions that you want, and of course you can, and I'll respond to them. And so, send me an email, send me how you want to get your money, send me what you want to find out from this particular refinement. It is the single most powerful thing that I've seen. I got approached today by the pit boss at um, South Point, and he said to me, he said, okay, I know you and I know your name. And I know that you are the only one that comes in here and wins. And you come in here and win every time. I know that this is your third session today, and that you win $100, you go get your money, and you go somewhere, and then you come back. And so I'm going to tell you that I know that you win, and you win here all the time. I don't know how many times you've been here in the last 2 weeks, but I do know you've won every time. And I know you're the only one that comes here and does it. And the reason I don't care is because you don't take a lot of money out of here, and everybody else here loses all their money. So we're just fine. You're a nice gentleman. You're, for now, he said, for now, you just keep coming here and keep playing, and it's all fine. But I know that you've got your own way of doing this thing, and it's successful. And that was from the pit boss at South Point. And I didn't give him any information other than to tell him that I'm a student of the game, and I'm more in the game for the competition of it than I am for taking a whole lot of money. And he said, no, that's clear. That's so he just said, you keep playing. And so then I asked him a question, because the buffet at South Point is really pretty good. I never have had it, but I've seen it, and I've seen the long lines. And I asked him, I said, so what do you think? You want to comp me a buffet? And he laughed and he said, King, how many do you want? So I told him I wanted one. And so he called me a buffet. So I had a great buffet lunch today, before I came back here to do this show tonight. So, hey, JP. So listen, send me that email. Tell me what's going on. Ask me any questions you want. And I'm going to keep playing, just like I am. And I'm going to keep dividends rolling out to every one of you. And we're going to try to make up for the calamities and the catastrophes we have had. And we're all going to live to go another day, and everyone will be looking back on this and saying, you know, King put in 18 months of this with you guys, and it was for the most part a labor of love, but it also helped me because 2 years ago, or 18, 19 months ago, I wasn't nearly as good at this as I am now. Hey, Kevin, thank you. And but I'm really good at it now, and so I'm going to keep playing, and I'm going to go out tonight and play for you guys. And thank you, Larry Gessler. I appreciate it. Larry Gessler's already sent me an email, just popped in. Trish, love you to death. And we're going to keep going forward until I feel like everybody is satisfied, and I'll be talking to you about that, because I'm not going to be able to do it like forever, because it doesn't, it entails a lot of work. There's a lot of work to it, and contrary to what somebody would have thought, I certainly haven't made a whole lot of money. I have hardly made anything. But what I have made is I've made a lot of good friends, and I also have learned how to play this doggone game. Looking back on the days when we were trying to find a way in roulette, I searched every way that I could, and it led me to baccarat, of saying, well, there's only one red and one black in baccarat. It's a red and a blue, but it's the same thing. And I can employ some of my roulette skills to baccarat, and I think I can get better at it. And what happened was it was okay at the start, and I kept working and I kept working and I kept working. And it's kind of like Jack Nicklaus used to say, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And so I have got it now. And I've got a baccarat strategy that you can go in any place you ever want. Just don't get too caught up in that lower game that they use the 7 as the push. That gives the house a big edge. When they don't have to pay you out for when you win with a banker 7, that's a little bit too much. But that's only at $25 and $10 tables and things like that. The $50 and the $100 and up, they take their 5% commission and they're gone, and you can live with that. So I'm going to give it to everybody here. No cost. You've already done enough. Anybody else that wants it, they're going to have to pay for it. And when they pay for it, it'll help me toward returning some money to all of you guys. So, last night, let me look that up. Thank you, HR Green Short. I got a number on top of my head, but I'm not certain what it was. So, but this is okay, here it is. This is the 10 days right there. So last night was 340. And so there's the 10 days. The only reason that was 700 at the top was because in all honesty, which is what I am always honest, but anyway, I was a little emotional that time, and I played higher stakes, and I played a little more aggressive, and it bounced all around. And then I didn't even know how much money I had for sure. I was looking at my notes, and I just took the chips and went. But I was going through an emotional time because of all we dealt with, and I was almost wanting to set myself on fire. So we made 700, and since that time, I have played more controlled, and just trying to generate money every day. And thank you, Corey Jensen. You mean a lot to me. You know that. Guaping, hey, buddy. All of you do. But I'm going to keep rolling money out to you so that you've got a revenue stream coming from the kingdom. And I intend on continue working. Tell me how you want it, your payments made. Tell me how you want the particular refinement that I got right now. That's really virtually a bulletproof refinement that you can look at the big road and you can tell right away how you would have done. And it's as simple as that. And that comes from just continuing to work, because you find out as you're doing things, the harder you work at it, the better you get at it, and you keep getting better and better and better. And so, Chuck, I don't know, but I trust you for whatever you can. I don't have the total number right here, but that's it's over 3,000, and you're probably right. Most of the time you have to correct me on math, so I'm not going to argue with the teacher. Thanks, Chuck. So, thank you to all of you. I'm going to be away for a few days as I'm concentrating more on this and getting my records updated on everybody's information. And then I'll be coming back in with financial statements and other things, but I'm not going to show this particular refinement to anybody. But I'm going to give it to you in writing based on how you say you're going to play. And if you're not going to play, but you just want it, you just tell me and I'll give it to you. You're not obligated to anything. Matter of fact, I would say to almost anybody, if you can stay out of a casino, stay out of them. And they're not nice places to be. You've got everybody in the world leaning over you, just like a pit boss came up and talked to me today about it. So I'm thinking about going somewhere else for a little while and not being in South Point as much as I like it, but not being there. But okay, to all of you, thank you. You'll be hearing from me again in a few days, and then periodically going forward, and you're going to get money from me as we continue to go. God bless you all. I'll keep working. Give me a like on the way out, whatever the hell. The king loves you. Talk to you guys later.